Just to emphasize that concept that you just mentioned, the sort of building in public, seems very typical for the crypto startups. Can you just also talk a bit about how unique that feature is in the crypto space versus more the traditional finance space?
Yeah. So before I joined crypto, I used to work in like Slack, right? Which I actually liked a lot as a platform, but it's also a silo. So that means typically all your employees are in like one Slack, and they're talking to each other, but there's no direct line to the customer unless you set up these like sort of specific channels, which you can do, but it's not super easy to set that up. Discord is like the same as Slack, except it's permissionless to some extent. Like people can just join your Discord server, and of course you can sort of wall off some of the private ones if you want. But it means like you literally have your customers sitting right next to your team, like at all times. And that means that you can tighten up that feedback loop that I was just talking about. And so we also do like live YouTube streams where we have our customers tune in every week. And I think these things have, and we've been, not so scared of showing off like unfinished work and stuff that's in progress or bugs or whatever. So when we're doing live YouTube streams, we'll often find stuff and we say, hey, this is actually not very user friendly, like we should change it. And then next session, hopefully we will have fixed it. So I think this is quite unique to crypto companies because many of us have adopted Discord. And although Discord sounds like it's just another product, it's just another tool, it's actually a super different philosophy than having this like siloed approach where you just have like your emails or your, I don't know, Microsoft Teams or Slack as like a silo. Discord is like you blur the line between who is actually an employee and who is like a customer or a contributor to your project, which I think is a very typical crypto mindset. And so I think, that's a huge advantage for these products over time because you have that feedback loop and you ensure that you're responding to whatever the community actually wants.
Super interesting. And also, if you look at a Twitter, for instance, how did you personally manage to grow your own Twitter, and how important was it as a sales channel as well?
Yeah, so Twitter is by far the most important marketing channel we have. I don't really think of it as a marketing channel as such, but if we just look at where people come from when they sign up, that's by far the biggest channel. The benefit of that is that we own that channel, right? So we don't have to pay every time we post a tweet, which is quite nice because it drives a lot of organic traffic. The second biggest channel is word of mouth, which is kind of related, but it's also an organic channel. So we don't really kind of buy much traffic at all. Like it's pretty much all organic. So how did I grow my personal Twitter? Mostly by posting screenshots from Nansen, and then occasionally shit posting, meaning I just put out whatever's on my mind with very little filter. And I think we've had job applicants at Nansen say that one of the reasons they applied for a job at Nansen is because of my shit posts, which was kind of hilarious. But I think that's the main strategy I've used. Like I haven't really focused on, hey, I want to grow this to X thousand followers. It's just kind of organically grown based on stuff I wanted to share from Nansen and then random stuff that falls into my head.
Got you. Or we can translate, shit posting to authenticity, maybe. It could be also a good way to
Yeah, yeah, probably. I mean, like I do think that, because we have done this building in public and doing YouTube streams with an unfinished product, it sort of helps the authenticity, and we're not really like a corporate brand or anything like that. So yeah, we strive to have like a certain amount of authenticity with our brand.